Okay.
You know?
So, do you believe in one creator? Do you believe that?
No.
Okay. So
Uh,
then you said you have faith. Faith
yeah.
on what?
I have faith that something helped science create all of this.
Okay. So you think there is some originator?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's like I'm a very like sensibly minded person.
Okay.
So like I look at science, I look at,
Okay. Excellent.
evolution and all of that. But so for me, like I grew up very Catholic.
Okay.
So I don't believe in the whole the world was created in 6 days and that's the only way, right? So like
Okay.
for me faith is more of like, a sentimental thing.
Okay.
The world sucks.
Okay.
I need something to believe in, right?
Okay, so leave apart from, for example, Islam, Christianity, all of the religion, yeah? If you think about uh, the origin of the universe or existence of the universe, right? So where it comes from,
I don't know.
according to the science?
Huh?
According to the science, where it comes from?
Oh, giant explosion billions and billions of years ago.
Big Bang, yeah?
Yeah.
Big
yeah.
Bang. So theory of Big Bang explain how universe
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
But can you ever ask yourself that where this Big Bang or where this universe came from? Because from the Big Bang we found the universe. Where this Big Bang or the
So who
existence of the
started the Big
universe?
Bang?
Yes.
Right.
So
I get it. Yeah. That's the question, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I'll gladly take it. Like I'll gladly.
Yes.
I'll gladly read it and stuff. Like.
Okay.
Take it. Yeah.
But even if you think about it, there's three options, right? So we can say there's it comes from nothing.
Uh-huh.
Second option could be it comes by itself. And third option could be some being or some third party agent who brought this to an existence. So if you look at the first two options, there's the does it come from nothing? So what will be your response? Is it possible that the universe comes from nothing? Yeah, so think about it this now. When you are saying nothing, nothing means definition of nothing is absence of everything, right?
Yes.
So if there is absence of everything, so we can't found anything from absence of everything, right? It's impossible.
Yeah.
If you look at the second option, whether it comes by itself, is it possible? What's your thought?
I suppose anything's possible.
No, it's not. For example, nothing cannot create anything because nothing itself doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And second, creating yourself is impossible. Can you create yourself?
No.
It's impossible. Any being cannot create itself because if we say he creating, meaning he exists already. So can a mother give birth of her own self?
No.
No, it's impossible. But mother can still give birth to other human being. So self-creation is impossible. So there is the only possibility and the way left, which is someone brought it to an existence. And if you think about it, this to bring something to an existence, this being needs to be independent. Does it make sense?
Sure.
Because without independence, you can't create anything.
Sure.
Without independence, you can't do anything. And this being has to have free will. Does it make sense?
Sure.
Because without free will, you can't really
Right.
think about doing something.
Right.
And this being has to be all powerful and self-sufficient. If he is not self-sufficient, he can't create anything, to be honest with you. So self-sufficient meaning this that he doesn't depend on anything. So if this being depend on something which brought this universe to an existence, then the question will be then to whom he depends on. Then the next question will be to whom they depends on. So it has to be independent. Does it make sense?
Sure.
Yeah. So
I don't mean to rush you. I'm going to meet a friend, so I have to
Oh,
get back
okay,
in
okay,
here,
okay.
But I'll gladly take the book.
just
and I'll read it.
just in a minute, I'm just wrapping up. And this being has to be one. Does it make sense to you? This being has to be one.
Yeah.
Think about it. Just 30 seconds. This being has to be one.
Has to be one.
Why not two?
Why not two?
Because two is impossible. Because if we said independent, ultimate independency, all powerful, it's impossible to have two independent beings at the same time.
Gotcha.
Because if we say you are independent, meaning you have power over everything, including me, then I can't be independent over you. You see?
Yeah.
So there has to be one independent being. And this is the Quran said exactly like this. There's the concept of God in Islam is very simple. It says in chapter 1 and 2 in the Quran, it says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, say, Qul huwallahu ahad, say, He is God who is one. Yeah?
Got it. Yeah.
And secondly, it says, Allahu Samad, meaning God the eternal refuge. So He is self-sufficient. He doesn't depend on anything. And then it's saying, Lam yalid wa lam yulad, He neither begets nor is born. Then He is not the father or mother or anyone, and He is not the children of anyone. And then He is saying, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, nor is there to Him any equivalent, meaning there is nothing equivalent to Him. You see, so if you look at the Quran, it's talk about the proper monotheistic idea of God. Then God is one, who is independent, who is self-sufficient, who doesn't depend on anything, who doesn't have father, mother, or children like us. Because if he does have a son, in some way he's depending to the son, or son is depending to the him, depending to the father. So when you have the why, I think you were Catholic before. There's the why it doesn't make sense to me at all. Because how can a Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, three are God, but they are one? If we say Father is one God, Son is one God, and Holy Spirit is one God, it makes three gods. It's never be one God. So, and as you can see, that's from the rational point of view, and probably with the probability, it's impossible to have two different gods or multiple gods.
Sure.
And even the Council of Nicaea, we don't found the Trinity in earliest Christian. They didn't believe that. The Council of Nicaea, when it comes to the Constantine, who was emperor of Nicaea, emperor of Roman in that time, he was converted to Christianity, and he called the Council of Nicaea to talk about to make a decision about whether Jesus was himself God or independent or not. By the way, Tertullian was one who brought the idea that's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They are three are God, and he gave the name Trinity into ending of the 2nd century. Before that, we didn't get anything about the Trinity. And modalism was the things. There is a theory about the God, which is modalism.
I really have to go. I'm
sorry,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry, but I'll
All right.
take it and I'll read
Take
it.
the
Thank you for your
Quran.
time. Yep.
Take the Quran, and why I'm saying Islam is very simple. There's that we believe in one God. And we believe this God sent the guidance to the whole human being, like Jesus, Moses, Abraham, all of the messenger. And we believe Prophet Muhammad was the last of the final messenger. Very simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I'll take it.
complicated.
Thanks for
Take
your
care
time.
of yourself.
What's your name?
Naz.
Eric. Nice to meet you. All right.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. We just have a small discussion with this sincere brother, Alhamdulillah. He was Catholic, now agnostic, but he agreed with the existence of one true God. And may Allah guide him, may Allah guide all of us, may Allah forgive our sins. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.